I've stopped listening to the Western media because they have their own agenda, it seems, and they have their own narrative that they're spinning. We have essentially stopped and neutralized the Russian ground game. They've achieved nothing that they expected to achieve or that they set out for themselves as objectives since they started over 2 weeks ago. In fact, there are some parts where the Ukrainian army is pushing them back. As a sign of desperation and weakness, as opposed to confidence and strength, the Russians are now engaging in state terrorism. The Russian Federation is a terrorist state, bombing maternity hospitals, schools, humanitarian corridors that they allow, and then shell and shoot. This is just incomprehensible barbarism. And they have lost any right to have any sympathy and a credence as a civilized country. It's horrific. There are parts of Kiev that are just a wasteland, especially in the western part, where they tried to take Gostomel Airport and then basically have created a just a horrific situation around Bucha and Irpin, where people are shot if they come out of their own homes by the Chechen regiment that Kadyrov sent in. Just horrific. I mean, they finally got a lot of people out of Irpin the other day. But it's horrible. But yet the Western media was hysterical about a 60-mile column or 60-kilometer column of armor. It's dead. It's dead. The villagers came out, shot out the tires, so they could only move on discs. And then our forces, based in both territorial defense and regular army, just bombed them. People gave up. They've run into the woods. They've surrendered. I mean, it's a dead dinosaur. The same thing in the north of the city. The fact that they keep bombing is just horrific cowardice. I mean, this is not a war anymore. They're not engaging. They're refusing to engage with our troops because they know they're going to lose. And so instead, you go after the civilians in order to terrorize the country into surrender. This is just unbelievable to witness in the 21st century by a country that is supposed to be a guarantor of security and as a permanent member of the Security Council of the UN. It doesn't have the right to exist.